1-800-449-8255. The Clark the Shark Show. I'm continuing because my power, supply to my little Android here, the golden EIB Sharkerphone, I guess it just died and went down to 5 or 3% or something. And anyway, this is the sequel, part 2. Part 2 or part B of my review of Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell duets. These are amazing songs, you guys. I talked about Your Precious Love a moment ago. Heaven must have sent you from above. Whoa, heaven must have sent your precious love. What a song, you guys. And I was just beginning to talk about Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Or begins with that xylophone or marimba, or I don't know what that thing is, maybe a glockenspiel, I don't know, but I think the instrument, there was some other YouTuber that went to Hitsville, USA, visiting it, like a field trip by himself, and they invited him in to check out Studio A, or, I think it's Studio 1, I'm not sure, but the xylophone or the marimba, I know that was it. The intro of Ain't No Mountain High Enough. I'm hoping it was it, you guys. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255 from the fabulous golden, solid gold Sharkerphone, not a microphone, you guys. And it's shark casting, not broadcasting, because Dick Clark himself gave me all the tools I need to dominate musical talk radio, political, you name it, because he was a dick and his name is Clark, and I'm a fucking dick, as everyone knows, and my name is Clark. And you're all I need to get by, you guys out there who come and watch and listen to the Clark the Shark Show. You're all I need to get by. What a song. And this song is really complicated and technical. Like, it's not like Ain't No Mountain High Enough, which was from, I believe, early 1967. You're All I Need to Get By is, I guess, from much later, 1968. And it sounds like it. It's got that little progression, like Harry Nilsson's Cuddly Toy, or, the Beatles, what's that song? When I call you up, your line's engaged. I got to sing like Paul. I play Paul, that progression, that dun 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 dun. Really common progression used in a lot of rock, pop, soul tunes. And later on, the Kinks would use it in the song Killer's Eyes. Yep, that's a bit of trivia right here on the Clark the Shark Show. Ray Davies. And Pink Floyd uses it. Do, 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 do. Throw away the key. There's someone in my head, but it's not me. That little progression is from You're All I Need to Get By. But I think the Beatles, Paul, is the original guy to do it. And then Harry Nilsson, of course, and the Monkees, who covered the Nilsson song. That progression is in it, and it's in all kinds of songs. I'm surprised that Clark the Shark, haven't already ripped it off and put it in a Greenhouse Effect song, as I do, with so many bits and pieces that I cannibalize and Frankenstein. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. I love that song. Good lovin' ain't easy to come by. I mean, they're all good, you guys. If This World Were Mine. Marvin Gaye. You know, dude, does he write that? That's fucking awesome. You know, the Onion song. If I could build my whole world around you. Johnny Bristol. This Johnny Bristol guy, fucking amazing. And just on and on and on. You know, I just wonder. Oh, Fuqua wrote. Oh, you know, come on. You know, he wrote shit. But I just wonder, you guys, what could have happened with Tammi Terrell, you guys. Her career after these incredible duets. It would have been amazing, you guys. Why she had to die at 24, just about to turn 25, 1970. And then I learned about her death, and I was like devastated, you guys, because I was like, damn, you know, that sucks. And of course, like, my mom got cancer, and I'll never forget, I was like crying or something because they were like, my dad was like, you know, she could have 6 months, and I just broke down in the hallway of my house in Redondo Beach. And I remember visiting my mom in the hospital. I think it was like 1979 or 80. And they did all these surgeries on her. And I remember it was some kind of miracle that she survived, because she had like lymph node cancer, and she had cancer in her neck, you know, like the gland that produces saliva, and all these other glands, like in her armpits, like lymph nodes, or in that system. There was a whole bunch of tumors and cancers. And I remember the doctors were telling my dad, you know, she just got cancer all over her, Gary. And my dad just never gave up. He kept praying, and we all kept praying. And it was just bizarre. My mother, who should have died in like 1980 or 79, she went on to live all the way till 2011, you guys. It's like a effing miracle, I swear. And I just wish, you know, Tammi Terrell could have survived, you know, but I know when you got like brain cancer, you know, you're just toast. I mean, these days with all the chemo and new things they can do, who knows, you know, they might be able to keep you alive quite a, you know, ways. I don't know. But even now, if you got brain cancer in 2023, they're like, dude, we got to go in to your brain. There's a tumor like 2 or 3 inches in, or sometimes it's just way in there. And they're like, bro, we'll like have to lobotomize you to get to this fucking tumor deep in your brain. And that's where a guy's like, dude, that's it. I'm just going to pray. I don't want to, you know, frontal lobotomy to get to the fucking tumor in my brain. They just, you know, people, I'm not saying they give up. It's just that, dude, you can't like soldier on when you got brain cancer. Sometimes I hear if it's near the surface of your brain, you know, they can get it. But I think even back in the 60s, if you had brain cancer where they were going in, removing it and all that, it was just in those times, you know, those experimental drug times. Yeah, dude, you were just toast if you had brain cancer. And sadly, Tammi Terrell died. But they left behind all these great songs, her and Marvin Gaye. And then Marvin Gaye, who had all kinds of issues, you know, as a human being, and addictions just galore. You know, just weird shit in his personal life, you know, you guys. He ended up just being a living wreck, train wreck, his life, because of the death of Tammi Terrell. And he never recovered, you guys. And then the thing, you know, the incident happened where his own dad shot him and killed him, you guys, in somewhere in Los Angeles, probably not far from where I was living with my now estranged family. in Los Angeles. My wife, who I won't name her name, but my wife and I lived up in Los Angeles, kind of near Gardena, the border, near El Segundo Boulevard and Western. And I'm sure that Marvin Gaye, he didn't live too far from there. That's the Athens area of like South Los Angeles. And he got killed, you guys. He got shot by his own biological father. And who knows what happened there, but they both died weird, sad, tragedy deaths, you guys. Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell. Weird how they got together and sang all these incredible songs. Just so strange. Look at her, you guys. What a beautiful, pretty lady. Very sad. What a waste that she's gone so young. And sometimes I ask the good Lord, why? And, it's just like all those stories in the Bible. He doesn't owe me, Clark the Shark, an explanation. He doesn't owe me anything, but I'm always like, dude, God, please tell me why. And he's like, no, Sharky, I'll tell you someday when you die and go to heaven or purgatory, hopefully, or hopefully not hell. But, me, Clark the Shark, I'm always questioning because I'm a fucking genius and I want to know things, dude, about everything, not just music, but about biology and science. And I don't mean I'm a genius, like I'm good at directions or good at anything. Like I'm a complete fucking idiot with two left thumbs. If you ask me to find an address, dude, I can't fucking do it. Or if you just ask me to do anything in the kitchen, dude, that's not the kind of genius Clark the Shark is. I can sort of cook a little, but, I get lucky sometimes. But, I mean, I'm useless, you guys, at just about everything, even at swimming pools. I can clean a pool, but if you ask me to repair or do anything other than clean that pool, you can even ask swimming pool guys and they'll tell you, don't have Clark the Shark do anything. He'll fucking burn the whole house down or something. But, when it comes to music, poetry, talk radio, writing, I'm a genius, dude, like Frank Zappa when it comes to that shit. But don't ask me to do anything technical because I can't fucking do it. And that's not to say I'm a dumbass, I'm just like all of you. A lot of you, dude, are just like me, you're just fucking dummies and you can't do shit and you just got lucky and you met the right person or something like that. You were in the right place at the right time and that's how you got that job or something where you make all that money. Or who knows, maybe you just had a nice family or a mom and dad that loved you and sent you to college and all that shit that Clark the Shark didn't have or only half had or something like that at 1-800-449-8255 right here on the Clark the Shark Show. But I will say this, I praise and thank God above for the beautiful and talented Tammi Terrell. What a singing voice, you guys. Her voice is kind of like Diana Ross. I'm not kidding, but maybe better. And then Marvin Gaye, too. Man, what a talent. Genius he was. He could write songs and shit. He could do a lot. And, it probably took a lot for him to just sit back and let other people write these duet songs with Tammi Terrell, because he was probably like, hey man, I want to write these or something. But a killer song like Your Precious Love or Ain't No Mountain High Enough or You're All I Need, to get by, those songs had to be written by, they're incredible songs, you guys. Me, Clark the Shark, I don't think I could write songs that good. I mean, if you gave me all night, I don't think I could. And I'm a fucking genius at songwriting. I can fucking write anything, but You're All I Need to Get By ain't nothing like the real thing. I don't know, dude, if I, Clark the Shark, could write songs that good. Like, Fuqua or, Ashford and Simpson or those songwriters, those staff writers for, Berry Gordy and Motown, Hitsville, USA back in the 60s, you guys. I'm going to review all kinds of soul, R&B, blues shit from the 60s because I love that shit. I know that Frank Zappa made fun of it, or Pete Townsend hated it or something like that, but I fucking loved it, you guys. I love Tammi Terrell and Marvin Gaye and of course, the Temptations and Diana Ross, and who I met. And she looked at me with such scorn, like, how dare you, white boy, think you can like me or something. It was just so funny, you guys. But right here on the Clark the Shark Show, where I think I just gave you the only review of these incredible songs, you guys. Ashford and Simpson, I love those songs. Harvey Fuqua, Johnny Bristol, and Marvin Gaye, and of course Berry Gordy. Tamla Motown, R&B soul back in the 60s. Such a fabulous time, you guys, where the Vietnam War was raging and people were dying and people were protesting and everyone was fucking rioting and burning shit in the streets. And it was just a real tense and scary time, you guys, the 1960s. But there was some beautiful music and there was a beautiful person born in 1965, and his name is Clark the Shark, you guys, right here from the golden EIB, Excellence in Shark Casting, Sharkerphone, not a microphone, you guys, for I am the Wolfman Jack on crack. And I just gave you the word, the gospel, the testimony, the truth, and probably the only review of these R&B passionate, atmospheric, melodic, beautiful songs, just gorgeous, soulful songs by the amazing and talented Thomasina Montgomery. That was her real name, you guys. She was born Thomasina. And you guys remember that movie about the cat, Thomasina, when a cat dies and goes to heaven, you guys? You remember that? Cat Heaven, Bastet. I hope Tammi Terrell went to heaven. I know she did, you guys. And so did Marvin Gaye, too. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. She called herself Tommy, when she was a little girl, or maybe they called her that, and then she changed it to Tammy. And she became, come on, Thomasina Montgomery is a hip name, you guys, but she became something even like more sensual and romantic. She became Tammi Terrell. With Marvin Gaye, the duets. Incredible, you guys. I want you to buy these all at Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, right here. And you tell them that you heard it on the Clark the Shark Show. And I'm out of here, you guys. Peace.